Welcome back everyone to British 876 Sports, where we discuss and we dissect the realest and most authentic football and sports opinion. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit a like on the video. Leave a comment down in the comment section. Let us know where you're from, which side you're repping, and hit the notification bell as well so that you can be notified that a video has been posted. So it's the Premier League weekend again, and the big game of the weekend, the Manchester Derby. Manchester United goes to Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium, the Etihad Stadium, to play Man City in what we can say is one of City's most poor form, that we've seen them in a while. 2 games lost on the bounce, 3 games so far in the Premier League. Is it 3 or 4? In the Premier League, and they have lost 2 games on the bounce. Obviously, not to our care. We don't care. We want them to continue losing. And what better way for them to lose than tomorrow, Sunday, at the Etihad Stadium. A few players out for City. Foden, doubtful. Marmoush injured and out. Oscar Bob doubtful or I think injured. A few players out for City. So, as I said, quite an opportune time for Manchester United to go to the Etihad and play them. However, we shall let one thing clear. If City come up on the day and it clicks, we know it's a wrap, right? And we're talking about a United team who also has been poor. Hasn't been pulling up any trees so far this season. I think we won a game barely. We drew a game and we lost a game. So not much better from United. The United fans are a bit optimistic, thinking that it's the best time to play Manchester City. But this coach hasn't been able to get it right so far. So, playing players out of position, still trying to stick to this formation who is not necessarily working out. We have some players out injured. Cunha is out injured. So we're going to have to switch it up a bit. I think Meno will come into the side this game. I think Casemiro will play alongside Meno. I hope that's the duo he goes with in midfield. I think he should play Bruno ahead of the midfield in the number 10 position with the absence of Cunha. Play him in the number 10 beside Mbeumo. And then on the wings, I think stick with Ahmad on the right wing back. Play Dorgo on the left wing back position. In the back 3, play Lenny Euro on the right centre back position. Play Matthias De Ligt in the centre back position. And on the left side of the position, stick with Luke Shaw. Play him while he's fit. Roll it till the wheel comes off for Luke Shaw. And up top, that's the puzzling one. You never know what this coach will do for United. We have Sesko, we have Xerxes. With Sesko, you get some hold play. He's going to hold the play. He's going to bring players into the game, allow the team to transition forward while he holds the play up. He's good on the ball, strong, intelligent. While with Sesko, we get the unknown, right? With that said, I think people are thinking that Sesko can be somebody who will stretch the defenders more, push them further back, more running into the channels, and more of a threat on the counter. Spent a lot of money on Sesko, so I would say we should go with Sesko. Bring Xerxes off the bench if needed, because I've seen Sesko come off the bench in a few games. Hasn't looked all that glamorous. So let us start with Sesko up top. Benjamin Sesko, throw him in there. Let's see what he has to offer. The coach has already said that he's sticking with Bayern in goal, so we're not going to see Lamens or a new goalkeeper signing. So yeah, that's pretty much the headline for United. Let me see, who else do we have out? Obviously, Lisandro Martinez is not yet fully fit to be back. Cunha is not gonna be back. The coach said fit to play, but he's not gonna rush him back, which I think is a fair decision. Don't rush him back. We have other number 10s. We have Xerxes that can play in the 10. Bruno can play in the 10. Ahmad can play in the 10. So don't rush him back. Mason Mount, I don't want to say thank God, but we will get a chance to see a better footballers on the field. It's against City, so we'll get a chance to see better footballers on the field. Mason Mount is definitely out injured, so he won't be in the starting lineup. Thank God. Listen, I'm free to say it. I think Mason Mount is doing a disservice to United. I think he's borderline a disgrace of a signing by the club. He's wearing the number 7 shirt. He's getting £250,000 weekly at the club. Hasn't repaid not even a percentage of that. And as I say, he's always injured. And when he play, he is not pulling up any trees. He's not. Well, I don't say what's the purpose of Mason Mount at the club. As I said, and he's wearing the number 7 shirt. That's very significant. So, at the soonest possible time, I think we get a chance to get rid of Mount. And I don't want to hear Mount is pressing and Mount is good off the ball and he's there for the press. What is this? Isn't this football? What is this? The pressing? What is this? We're playing football. Get the footballers on the pitch. The players that will control the ball, pass the ball in the most intelligent fashion based on natural ability. Right? That's all we need on the wing. And we need players who can create chances, get off shots on goal. That's what Cunha can do. That's what Mbeumo can do. That's what Bruno Fernandes can do. That's what Ahmad can do. So there's no way on earth Mason Mount should have been starting so much games for United in that number 10 position or up top, because we have Xerxes, we have Shesko, and we have Bruno who can play up there if needs be. So thankfully we will get to see the attacking lineup without Mason Mount. Cunha, I would have liked to see him up there. And I said he's injured as well. So I'm expecting that this coach is going to take Bruno Fernandes outside of the deep line midfield position, which he's incapable of playing. He doesn't have the ability. He doesn't have the attributes to play that position and play more in the attacking position where he is well and quite able. Right? So that is what I'm hoping to see for Manchester City, for Manchester United against City at the Etihad Stadium. Lenny Yoro and Luke Shaw solid in the back line. I expect to see them play. Mazraoui is back from injury. I wouldn't be surprised he plays Mazraoui in either as a centre back or a right wing back. Dalot is out injured, thankfully, so we shall not see Dalot playing. And we have seen this coach in the past few games play Dalot over Dorgu for an uncalled for. We have seen him played Dalot over Ahmad on the right as well, uncalled for. And we've seen him put on Mazraoui while leaving Patrick Dorgu on the bench. So some questionable decisions by the coach as per usual. And as per usual, he comes out in the presser and he stands by what he's saying. He doubles down, stick to his gun, and manipulates the crowd. Now you have people who are saying, what we're going to do, we need to stick by the coach. Who we're going to get if we get rid of this coach? That's none of my concern, to be honest. Just get anybody. Get anybody. We have players who are competent enough to play a 4-3-3 and produce results. We have players who are competent enough to play a 4-2-3-1 and produce better results than we are doing right now. This coach is maximizing the potential of anybody in the United side. Not even one. So again, City coming up, we have Ugarte, and this is the first time I'm even calling Ugarte's name. I forgot about him. That's what this coach has done to Ugarte, and he's not the best of players. He's very limited, but I guarantee you that Ugarte can do a job in a 3-man midfield. Ugarte, Casemiro, and Bruno, that's a proper midfield. That's a midfield that can compete. But we are playing a midfield too now, and whatever formation this coach is playing. And it's not even the formation is the problem, because other teams play the same formation. and they seem to do it successfully. It's the ideas that the coach is imploring. It's the ideas that is rigid ideas that he's asking of the players is the problem, right? Crystal Palace plays the same formation that we play, and they play a midfield. They have a young English Wharton, and they play him alongside Hughes, or they play him alongside what's the name of that other player? I'm not remembering his name. And they seem pretty well. They seem pretty functional. They seem like they understand what's transpiring here. Those aren't better players than United's player team. So what's the issue? Is it that the players just not getting it? Then if the players aren't getting it, something is wrong with the message. If the players aren't getting it, what you're trying to say that they're not competent. So Casemiro is not competent. Miss Menu, a very talented youngster, shows promise. Got called up for England last Euros, played for England, looked like one of England's best players off the bench. He's not competent. Ugarte plays for us. He's an international player. He's just crap, fully crap. He's limited, but he's just crap. Bruno Fernandes, that the coach is insisting on playing in the deep line player. That has nothing to do with competence. That is just the coach insisting that Bruno plays in that position. So is that down to competence? No, it's just down to the coach's idea. It's down to the coach insisting that this thing happens this way and you stay in this zone and this is how we play. And if he continues to do that, it's going to be a downhill battle for him. He's fighting a losing battle. He's definitely fighting a losing battle. So as for Manchester City, I'm expecting City, even though they have injuries, I'm expecting City to come out all guns blazing. I'm expecting they're at home at the Etihad, the noisy neighbors. I'm expecting to see Haaland up top, who is always a threat, always scoring against United. Foden is out injured. Marmoush is out injured. I think Oscar Bob is out injured. But then I guess we will see what a downgrade. Bernardo Silva. Doku is a legitimate downgrade. Doku. We will see Doku is a threat. Fast player. Quick player. I guess we will see him. I guess we will see Tijani Rangers pushed a bit forward, who is definitely a threat. We will see Roger, of course. We might see Nico. Foden and Shirky is out. So I still expect to see a very competent City team against United. I think John Stones is also out injured. So, but they have Ruben Diaz, they have Nathan Ake, they have Kusanov available. Ain't Nouri, I think, is available. So I'm expecting to see a strong backline for Manchester City. Yes, they aren't playing to the best of their potential. Neither is United. So tomorrow is a day where we see two teams in transition. City is transitioning. Got some new assistant coaches in. The former Liverpool assistant coach under Klopp. They got Kolo Toure back, the former Arsenal player. And so with the additions of those new ideas, I think it's kind of a blending period for Pep and the City. So we're not sure how they will turn out tomorrow. I am hoping they come out as confused as they have been in the last two games. Whether they go up first or second, I hope they just play to the least of their ability. They have their new goalkeeper, Donnarumma. I hope he has a shocker. I hope first shot from Bruno, he just does nothing, Goes down and it rolls under him. Corner comes in, I hope he flaps at it and it drops to Maguire or Delete or Euro, because definitely Pep is going to start Donnarumma. If he starts Trafford, I'm going to be shocked. It's not like our coach who thinks every player he buys has to take 5 to 6 to 7 games to watch from the sidelines before they can actually play, right? Because this is a new league and all that nonsense. So it's a big one. I think it's gonna be goals in this match. No, the City team defense is not particularly strong so far this season, and United obviously concede goals. always against City. But I think it's a derby form out the window. United goes to the Etihad Stadium. The players are up for it. You know, the silent Etihad or Etihad Stadium. 3-2 United is my bet if I was a betting person. Obviously, definitely if we score 3 goals, one will be a penalty, and Bruno Fernandes will convert it. I think Mbuemo will be on the score sheet again, onto a very good season for Mbuemo scoring wise. Statistically, I think Mbuemo will have a very good season for United. So I definitely think Bruno will score. Definitely think Mbuemo will score, and I think one of our defenders will score as well. So that's the big game that they saved for last. So that game is on Sunday. Arsenal kicks the Premier League weekend off against Nottingham Forest. Now, Arsenal is at home to Nottingham Forest. Arsenal so far this season looks competent. Is the Arsenal team that we've been seeing so far. Let me just refresh their mind to see their recent results. Arsenal recent results. Where they at? So obviously they lost against Liverpool at Anfield. Went there to lose because they didn't go there to win the game. They locked the shop. They won opening game against United. How could I forget that one? Then they smashed Leeds 5-0. Gyökeres got a couple of goals. So we expect Arsenal to roll over the small team. That's what Arsenal is going to do this season. That's what they did last season. So when they played Liverpool, they went there to keep the game tight and not concede. It's Anfield, which is semi-fair as to why. But if you want to win the Premier League, this is your third game on the bounce, you expect Arsenal to come out with a bit more than just being so defensive and apprehensive about the game. Be more attacking, be more thoughtful and inventful, be more attacking, right? So as I said, they beat Leeds 5-0. And in the opening game when they played United, they should have lost that game. So they entertain Nottingham Forest, who is rejuvenated with a new head coach. The Spurs head coach, Ange, from last season, coaching Nottingham Forest, who sacked their coach, Nuno. Had some problems with the board, that the mafia boss board that Forest has. And finally, after months of deliberation, I think they got rid of him. And Ange is now in, who won a trophy last season. The season before that, he played well with Spurs. Was it the season before? But last season wasn't not so well, right? So I expect them to be more challenging than they were in their previous games that they lost. I think they lost their previous game, obviously, contextually, if they sacked their coach, I mean, that implies that they have lost. Let me just check. Forest fixtures, them results, them look like. All right, so Forest, wow, they lost the last game 3-0 against West Ham. Prior to that, they drew 1-1 with Crystal Palace, and the opening game of the season they won 3-1. So it's not like they have been terrible, but clearly there is a lot more ambition from the likes of Forest than there is at United, for example. So a mixed bag, win one, draw one, lose one. That's who Arsenal face. Expect Arsenal to win that game. It's at the Etihad. Expect them to win that game. Forest has a decent squad. They lost Anthony Elanga to Newcastle, but they still have Morgan Gibbs-White. They have the new English Anderson Elliott, who made his debut for England over the international weekend. Seemed to be one of England's pretty good midfielder. You know, plays like the likes of Henderson. So they have Callum Chambers. You expect A lot of goodness from Callum Chambers. Chris Wood, their talisman last season, is off already and running with a few goals this season. So, same old Palace with the minus a couple players from last season. You expect them to put up a challenge against Arsenal, but you still expect Arsenal to come away victorious because they're home. So Arsenal opens the Premier League. Brighton goes to Bournemouth. That should be an interesting game as well. Bournemouth and Brighton. Crystal Palace entertains Sunderland. That's so much game playing on this weekend. It seems like all the games are playing this weekend on Saturday. Why it look like so much all the games are playing Saturday? 3 different time games playing Saturday. The one is early morning, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Tottenham at 11:30, and then Chelsea goes to Brentford at 2 o'clock. Oh wow! Yeah, so eventful Saturday it will be, and then United ends the Premier League weekend at Etihad. Prior to that, Liverpool goes to Burnley. That's the opening game of the Super Sunday. So let me know what you think will be the results. Let me know if you think Arsenal will win against Forest, expecting 3 points from Arsenal. What do you think will happen in the Manchester derby? Is it going to be red Chester or is it going to be blue Chester? We don't know. Will Liverpool lapse away to Burnley? Shouldn't happen, but the ball is always round. Will Chelsea lapse against Brentford away to Brentford? Is Cole Palmer back? Chelsea fans, let me know down in the comments. Tottenham goes to West Ham off a loss in their last game. What will Thomas Frank do? Will they rebound in that game? I mean, West Ham as well, not off to a flyer. So, Newcastle host Wolves as well. So that should be a good game. Fulham host Leeds, and Jack Grealish and Everton. I think Jack Grealish got the player of the month for August. So after a flyer, left City with a lot of promise. After a flyer, goes to Everton. They entertain Aston Villa, who has started badly this season. It's the Premier League weekend. Is it week number 4, round 4 of the Premier League weekend? It's gonna be a cracker. Hit a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the notification bell so that you can be notified that a video has posted. Leave a comment in the comment section. And again, don't forget to hit the like button to help the algorithm. It's British 876 Sports, and we are out.